Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, hey.
Welcome back to your favorite late night show. Y'all know what time it is. Grab your beverage, grab,
Beverage.
your smoke or your Eddies and tune in because we got a dope show for y'all. Know what time it is. It's late night with Nate
Oh my God. And Adrian.
and Adrian. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
What up, AB? How you doing?
Hey man, as always, shout out to the No Sleep crew. I'm doing well. I'm doing
Shout
fabulous.
out
A
to those
little
two.
tipsy, as you could say. Crew.
Tipsy. I see you drinking on that red wine. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. But back to that red wine.
Sipping on that Merlot, as you would call it, Merlot.
Thank you for getting that correct. I'm also sipping on some red. We did not plan this. This is my Cabernet Sauvignon.
I love saying Sauvignon. I love saying that. I do love saying that.
I be trying to be all fancy when I when I go out to eat or something. Let me get that. How your cabs? You gotta do that so they know what you're talking about. Like I'm gonna swish it. So how many times do you swish around when you open up a bottle? You pour your glass. How many times do you swish?
And they pour it in your glass. I do it like 1, 2, 3 times. I look
Three.
at them.
Okay.
I also give the waiter a look like, is this enough?
A little bit more. Pour a
Is this
little
a,
bit more.
is this enough swivel swerving that I'm doing? Or
I'm a
he's looking
solid
like, come
six.
on, bitch.
A solid six little swigs. I
Okay.
gotta sniff it. I
You
sniff.
have to sniff. You have to sniff.
You gotta let them know that you know what you're doing.
You have to sniff it.
Like I'm not just your garden variety Negro here. I have been places. I know how the sommeliers. I pronounce my wine terms correctly. I know how the sommeliers do it.
Yeah, I met a couple sommeliers and they were like, "Yo, I'm getting paid just to tell people this
Man,
one, this one."
they be getting broke off.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of training. They have to
They
do a
do.
lot of training and go through a whole bunch of internship, apprenticeship, and I'm just like, for all of that,
Extensive.
and then they tell me they drop how much they making. I'm like, well, nigga, where you sign that out?
Right.
Let me do that.
I've been drinking wine for a minute. I think I can sniff test. This has notes of chocolate and cherry. This is for you. you know,
You was like chocolate and cherry? Oh,
chocolate and
okay.
cherry, my nigga. This is the wine. I'm telling you, this is a great beverage. Okay, they take their job, especially the ones at Whole Foods. They
Yeah,
take their job serious. Like you be
way too
walking through,
serious.
man. I went in there and because at Whole Foods, like sometimes they'll give you free stuff when you're like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about this. Like, oh, take this up there, put a little sticker on it, you get it for free. And I was like, oh, can I do it on the wine? It was like,
Whoa,
no.
whoa, whoa! What?
It was like, no, not on the wine. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, that's an actual thing. I thought it was
Yeah.
just samples.
No,
Oh,
if you go to Whole Foods and you're like on the fence about something, you're like, oh, I don't know. Like I went for some salad dressing and I was like, is this sugar free? Which one is the best one?
they was
And
like, let me. They was like, let me look at this. It's about to expire. Go up there and just tell them.
oh, that's probably what it was too. He was like, "We got to move this shit off the shelf." Yeah, get free, my brother. But yeah, they'll go like a lot of them. They'll be like, "Oh, you don't know if you want to try it." Well, instead of you spending money on this, here, this is on us, and put a sticker on there, go right up there, and they'll ring it out. But not on alcohol. They're not doing it on
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah. That's very that. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was it's never on shit that you really want though. It's literally like salad
Is
dressing.
it
I'm like,
ever?
it's like, my man, I can afford $3 salad dressing. Like these $30 almonds or whatever. Let me get them shits for free. It's
Why? Why is I promise you, I went to Whole Foods and I might have bought 5 things and it was like 50, 60
100
bucks. And
bucks.
I was yeah, and I went to Trader Joe's and I spent $40 and I got 100 things. And I was just
Yeah.
like, one is different than the other. Like, why is Whole
Math ain't
Foods
math.
so fucking expensive?
And it's crazy if you go into the Whole Foods that are like the Amazon Whole Foods,
Yeah.
like the price is even more. And they don't have everything. I was like, so you charging all this and you don't have everything? Like, come on, man. Like,
Jeff is out here ass raping us
mhm. You're getting that loot.
left and right.
Getting that loot. He's out here.
What you know? What I do want to talk about this real quick because I've been bumping and bopping today
Okay.
on gospel music for some reason. I want to talk
JP,
about
are you with me?
right for some reason today. I just had a feeling like during the middle of the day, I was just like, man, I kind of want to hear Tamala Man take me to the King. And then I just went down this rabbit hole. I started listening to Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it. Then I went to He Saw the Best in Me. I went through Mary. I ended up finding some new people that I didn't know. Man, and for some reason, granted, something was on my heart that obviously I needed those bops with me. But I was just like, yo, even if I wasn't feeling the way that I was feeling, I would have still, if that was in my playlist and it just randomly came on after me listening to what Meek Mill and Jay-Z or whatever have you, I would have still played that because some of these gospel music really be.
I'm gonna tell you the one. Every time this song comes on, I'm instantly crying. It's a tear. I'll be driving down the highway like, not right now. Like we gotta put on a different gospel song. William Murphy, Praise Is What I Do. Like that one, I'm like, whoa, Jesus. I'm like, I feel your presence, Lord. That one.
Okay, I'm gonna look that one up. I feel like I need to.
It's a couple Marvin Sapp. He Saw the Best in Me. That one's a tearjerker.
Yes.
Like, ooh. A lot of Marvin songs they really be putting you there. I'm like,
you know what it is? Because Marvin be having his Adam's album. He saw the best.
You know what? Marvin he's like that gospel Johnny Gill because he be pulling it out.
He be pulling it out. Yeah, I was listening. I saw this video, this clip of Kirk Franklin during COVID 2020 last year, even though we're still in the panoramic. Right. But last year, he did this roundabout Red Robin full of random gospel singers that just so happened to be in town of Atlanta.
Oh yeah, the one where he was out, like it was outside. He was like,
he was directing, and he was like, he had it. First of all, let's give Kirk Franklin the props that I need to give him. Because at first I was like, hey man, why is this little dude out here getting all this money when all he's doing is pointing and repeating the same words as these guys
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, but I didn't realize he knew how to play all those instruments.
Oh yeah, he can get down.
So he was out here changing up songs right then and there, literally transitions right then and there, impromptu songs, telling people what to sing, how to sing it, telling artists that are well known, like, yo, this is what I want you to say, but just making hits. And I was just like, God damn it, Kirk Franklin, give him his props, give him that money.
What's your favorite Kirk song?
Hey, come on now.
Putting you on the spot. What is
it? It has to be Stomp.
Okay. Stomp is a good one. That's in my top. That's in my top two.
What about yourself? What's the top favorite?
Melodies from Heaven. Easily. Easily.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Especially when he gets to that little breakdown, that little
It's a banger. It really is.
That one will always, no matter where. If Kirk don't ever sing nothing else, he can sing Melodies from Heaven, and this is the bop. Like everyone will that Stomp. He can't go wrong with those two. Those are always.
Yeah, I was just randomly thinking, regardless of your religious background, your orientation, whatever have you, like I feel like there are certain songs, especially gospel songs, that are just universally hitting. That I don't care who you are, you gonna know the song and you gonna bop to it. Yep. Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard Stomp, and that whole intro for those of you that think that gospel music has gone too far. And I was like, oh, this nigga. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, we have never heard anything like this. And you ain't heard nothing yet. And he was right. Like Kirk, he had a vision. And look at him now. Like his gospel career, we literally have never heard anything like that. And he keeps doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which goes to show how much people were fighting against it, saying that it was secular music. It was blasphemy. It was like, nigga, what?
You know what it was? They was like, when the song was like, make the Lord feel something. Oh my gosh, you can't make God feel anything. God's supposed to make you feel, not the other way around.
Now we got gospel rappers. We got, it's a whole different move.
Honorable mention for Kirk. My bad, I didn't cut you off.
No,
the song with him and Lil Baby, that one from the Space Jam soundtrack. That's a good song.
Wait,
that is a good.
What?
You don't like that song?
Wait, I've never heard that song.
You got to listen to it. It's Kirk Franklin and Lil Baby. I think it's We Win.
How you gonna mute yourself? This nigga, ladies and gentlemen, he has a soundboard that he does not know how to use.
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hit the mouse by mistake. But is We Win by him and Lil Baby, dope song. I was like, okay. And Kirk talked about it. He said, because someone asked him, like, how do you stay relevant? And he was like, I work with the youth. I work with the youngins. They keep you young and keep you fresh. A lot of people need to take advice from Kirk. A lot of y'all need to,
Speaking of Kirk, shout out. I know we haven't done tipping yet, but shout out to Kirk. Literally destroyed the Omarion challenge. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah, I did see
that. But
your
man made the phone calls and was like, I'm gonna need to borrow the church real quick.
Production.
And the choir for this production. If you haven't seen the Omarion challenge that's been going through TikTok and Instagram, everybody's trying to do Omarion outside of River Oaks Mall. I to this day, has anybody asked Omarion, like, what was the thought process of why he decided to go?
Not only that, but there's a longer part of that. I saw it the other night. Someone posted on Twitter. I retweeted it. There's a longer clip. You got to see the whole clip because it's like one of those clips where it's like, we didn't need this, but we needed it.
Oh, we definitely needed it because Kirk Franklin was like, I got something for you. I got something for y'all. He had people in the pews. He had people sitting there praising his dance, and he came out with the Timbos and the red coat and was like, I got something for you.
He really did. And I was just like, oh, this is a full-on. I thought it was gonna be a music video. I was like, what is Kirk? And you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kirk flips it. I would not be surprised if we get a whole 3-minute video here and Omarion just starts popping up and singing some gospel songs. I would not.
I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't see why not.
At all, I'd be surprised. Yo, how was your week?
Hey, my week was pretty good.
Dope.
I did a quick trip to New York. We'll talk about it a little bit later about that young trip. But I did venture off in New York. But all throughout this whole week, I decided and I realized, like, I have not set my ass down for the weekend.
That's important. Got to do that.
In about maybe 2 months. And that's a problem for me. So I'm making a point to sit my ass down.
As you should, man. You be out here working. Like, I don't call you Hollywood for nothing.
Okay.
You should be out here working.
Okay.
But that is important. You gotta have you gotta have your rest time, man. You gotta be chilling out here.
Yeah,
you can't be overworked.
You really do. What? How about just quick and short for me? But how was your week?
For me, my week was pretty chill. I went to go see the James Bond movie.
Okay.
Had a great nap. I fell asleep on it twice. I actually had to leave. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna watch this. I've fallen asleep twice.
Was it bad or were you just tired? Oh,
it was boring. I think like the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. There's some action here. Got a black woman and everything, and then I was knocked out. I know they heard me and they're snoring. You know how when you're sleeping, you catch yourself that first time, you're like, okay, I need to readjust and sit up. So I sat up. And within like 5 minutes, I was knocked out, and I was like, I got it. It's time to go. Like, I just need to get up And when I left, the movie was still going on. That's how it should not have been that long. There's no reason why this should have been like a 3-hour movie almost. And I was like, this is too much.
I don't even remember. I don't remember the last time I saw a James Bond movie because of the fact that I don't like this idea of women characters being interchangeable and just so easily replaceable. I don't like that. They don't have a consistent woman lead character, if you will, as well as these old as rusty British men. I don't. Yeah, I'm okay. I was never a fan. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I only went to go see this because there was a black woman in the movie. If it wasn't for her, I would not have went to see it. I was like, oh, they got a black woman who's going to be the new Bond. I was like, let me go and see. And I fell asleep. So it wasn't that entertaining. Yeah. But what was crazy was they were sold out at a lot of theaters. And I was like, who the fuck is going to see 007? Because no one's posting about it. It's not like people's like, oh, I'm going to go see Shang-Chi or Fast and Furious. So I was like, are there like mysterious Daniel Craig fans out here that we just don't know about? Because no one on my timeline was like, I'm gonna go see 007.
You also have to remember, are the theaters back to full capacity? I guess I should ask that question.
A lot of them are, but like when I go, I try to buy seats where I know ain't nobody gonna be with me or be around. So I'm like either all the way at the top where like, you ain't sitting here, or what I'll do is I'll buy like a handicap seat or the one beside the handicap, like with the wheelchair. Ain't nobody gonna sit there, you know. So you got prime real estate, you right in front and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. Okay. Let me see what else did I do. Oh, my folks came in town.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with Brian and Sharon. They brought me all types of goodies from North Carolina. You know, it's always good when you get to get fat from stuff that your parents bring you that you don't normally get to get. So that was cool, but we were pretty chill. Other than that, you know.
I mean, that's okay though.
And then relax and
living your best.
You already know. But you know what time it is, Boogie? It is time to get into one of my favorite segments that we like to call Tipping of the Hat.
I'm tipping my hat.
So who you tipping your hat to today, Boogie?
Tip. I would like to tip my hat off to none other than Uncle Stevie. Stevie. I want to talk about Steve real quick. First of all, Steve been hitting you with the drip, okay? The drip been going hard. And I have a problem with people coming at Steve drip. First of all, yes, your man is in his 60s, but he looks good for his age.
He does. You can't hate on him.
He's dressing well, and his wife, Marjorie, is a beautiful woman who's also killing it in the game. So why wouldn't you match her swag? Exactly. I'm just saying. And I did. Let me go to it. I posted. I got a couple more slides, but I don't know if you remember the whole denim on denim on denim.
It's a whole lot of denim. It's a lot of
outfit Steve decided to debut on his show. Listen, it's a lot of denim, but don't act like nobody didn't do the denim on denim, because I did denim on denim. Denim on denim is still a thing. Yeah. You still do denim on denim, but I don't know if I would have accompanied my denim on denim with a blazer. That's a denim blazer. I think he went a little bit too much, but at the same time, hey, give it up for Steve. Steve out here killing it. Because if you can recall, Steve used to look like
Speak on it.
And I have a picture.
Before Marjorie. You got the before Marjorie.
This photos. Is BCM. Before Marjorie, okay? Where zoot suits were in, and he had all of the fabric on his suits, okay?
Let me tell you this. Steve Harvey and the Kings of Comedy, pretty much every nigga that was in high school from, I would say, 2002 to about 2007, your prom suit was one of those big ass baggy Steve Harvey suits. And we have no one to thank but the Kings of Comedy. I, for one, will look back at my prom pictures and I want to slap myself because it's just too much fabric. Much fabric.
My prom date, I graduated high school in 2006. Or was it 2004? Excuse me.
I was 05.
I think it was 2004. I graduated in 2004. And no, it was 2006. Damn, how do I not know this? Yes. It was 2006. It was 2006. And looking back on these pictures, and my prom date back then, he was upset initially because it was too big. But then you also have to put in, you have to think about it this way. It was too big for the too big error.
Mm-hmm.
So your man's was like, I was supposed to get a 1X,
but I got a 4X.
But they gave me a 4X. I was like, but buddy, you're actually a large.
Yeah, all of those suits were literally like 8 sizes too big. Like it was just, and the jackets went all the way down to the ground. Like I'm thinking about this, and I'm just like, what were we thinking?
Yeah, I never understood that whole concept of having your jacket to your knees.
So I'm gonna paint this picture for you here, okay? So my prom suit, not only was my jacket to my knees, but my vest was also down to my knees. And it was pink. And it was a pink suit.
Whoa.
It was also pink, yeah.
Whoa. Do we have photographic evidence of this?
I'm sure there's some photos somewhere. Let me see if I could.
That'd be a perfect post on Instagram.
Yeah, there's some photos. There's some photos. So you know what? Next week, I'm gonna post for next week's episode. We're gonna post. We should do that. We should post prom pictures. Just embarrass ourselves.
I mean, my prom picture, I look great. I just had a whole bunch of weave in my hair, but outside of that
was a given. If you went to a black high school, or it was black women at your high school, majority of y'all, it was the quick weaves.
Woo! I had a quick weave like none other.
What color was it?
Oh, what color was it? Whoa! It was a 1B. I am not the one out here.
You didn't match the hair with your dress.
No. That's a no for me, buddy.
I went to a kind of hood high school, so it was like the dresses and the hairstyles matched, like everything matched. Like it was just like it was. You had a purple dress, you had purple in your hair. You know, your dress was pink. You might have had some pink in your hair. It was that type of high school.
Shout out to the creativity on that one right there. That's real. But yeah, that's why I'm tipping my hat off to. I want to tip my hat off to none other than Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody say otherwise. But he ain't listening to nobody because guess what? He's rich as fuck.
Unless it's Godfrey. Godfrey can always do his Steve Harvey impersonations. What to say now? Oh shoot! For my tip in the hat,
who you got?
I'm giving my tip in the hat to D Wade. A lot of y'all know D Wade. He is a part owner of the Utah Jazz.
Yes.
Utah Jazz has a G League team that D Wade has signed his son to, and I could not be happier because there were a lot of whites that were upset on the timeline because D Wade is giving his son this opportunity. You know, it was a whole lot of, oh, how do we know he deserves it? Who gives a fuck? A majority of y'all white people out here don't deserve half the shit that y'all have been given. Nepotism is not a bad thing all the time. It really isn't. Like white people will use nepotism to their favor all the time and then get mad when someone that's not white does it. And it's about time that black people and other minorities who are in positions of power are doing the same thing for their children. Because best believe when we bust this industry wide open, the nieces, nephews, if I have any children, if you want to work in this industry, best believe, put a call in. Uncle Nate, he got you in here.
I never understood. I never understand people complaining about other people doing the same thing that other people have been doing for years. Like that's been known. There's so many people in the industry that got on by family members, by relatives. So guess what? He's making it easier for his son to bypass that bullshit of quote unquote college politics, not college itself, but college politics of basketball, and was like, hey, my man, if you want to go to school and get a diploma, a degree, go right ahead. But this is what you want to do. You want to play basketball, right?
For real.
All right, well, I'm gonna put you on game and do what, dare I say, LeVar Ball son did and was like, man, fuck what you heard. I'm about to go on this G League and go to school there. Because that's
Might as
where
well.
that's where he's learning all the ins and outs of the league of NBA. Because if that's what your ultimate goal is, wouldn't it make more sense to start off where, guess what, at the bottom where you are going to be competing with people that are literally fighting to get into the NBA?
He might, and it's just like, why not give your child this opportunity? And it's also, it's like, for those of you, what if he can't really ball? The boy can ball.
Right.
I mean, his dad is
let's stop
D-Wade.
playing. Let's. I know y'all seen these tapes. Him, Bronny's son.
Bronny can ball.
Like,
Like,
stop.
I mean,
They actually paid all this money in all these camps for them to play ball, and they are actually good. Have you heard anything about Jordan's son?
man, them niggas suck.
Okay. I remember being in school. I remember being in school and hearing about Jeffrey going to Illini, playing, and eventually being benched.
Yeah, did he go to like South Florida, or one of them went to South Florida or something?
Yeah, first of all, they can't ball.
No,
they
they're
literally
horrible.
got on the team just because of the name, but then they had to prove themselves. And guess what? That themselves weren't proved.
Ooh. And you know what? That's got to be the biggest gut punch in the world. You're like, I'm Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player ever lived. My son suck. Like, that's got to be the biggest gut punch ever. Like, damn, like, come on, man, you didn't get none of the skills. Like, I also be kind of salty too. Like,
I wouldn't be. I don't know if I would be salty. I would just move away from ball. Like, if I know my dad is the greatest, and I'm gonna always be compared to that, yeah, I'm gonna find another profession.
I'm playing baseball. I'm like, Dad, you couldn't do this shit. Like, you sucked in baseball, father. I'm good at it. That's what I would do. But again, like back to the Bronny, or not Bronny, but the Zaire thing. Keep doing what y'all do, man. I hope more black people in these positions, if your children want to, I mean, don't push them into something they don't want to do. But if they want to, open up them doors, man. Let's get more of us in these places. Because again, there's no point in him going to college and wasting. Because one, his skill level is more than likely better than the majority of the kids in college. Yeah. That's wasting his time. So you might as well go to the G League, work on your game a little bit more, because he's going to be in the pros very soon.
Yeah.
It's like Bronny's going to be in the pros very soon as well. Yeah. And I'm all for it. I am all for it.
Like, so I too would like to tip my hat to Zaire.
Get that money, young brother. Go out here and dunk on all these people. Dunk on them. And for all those people out here, what if he's not really that good? Meet him at the YMCA and let him bust your ass. Okay.
That man is not at the Y.
He's definitely not.
Your man's, if anything, if he ain't at what's that called?
He got the private estate.
24 Fitness. If he is.
Yeah, Wade Manor.
Right. Life Fitness.
Yeah, let's keep this thing rolling. We're gonna get into this first ad here.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast.
All right, topic number 1. I'm sure most of y'all have, noticed that John Gruden is no longer the coach of the Raiders. And I think this is a story out of I'm a privileged ass white dude. This is literally a story out of that book. For those of you that don't know, John Gruden was fired. Sent out a slew of emails. One email, a racist email that he sent out about DeMaurice Smith, the president of the Players Association.
Yeah.
Talked about his lips, which is kind of funny because John Gruden doesn't have lips. You can't say someone's lips are big when you ain't got no lips. You shouldn't be saying it anyways, but still, that was strike number one, the racist comment. But then he had some homophobic comments that came out, emails. He didn't believe that, gay players should be in the league, or queer players, what he said. Queer players should not be in the league. He made some misogynistic emails. Doesn't think women should be referees. He called Roger Goodell a vagina with the P. Called him a pussy. He also called then Vice President Joe Biden also a pussy. Which when I first heard, I was like, oh, he called Mike Pence a pussy. I was like, he's spot on. I was like, Mike P is absolutely right about that, but it was Biden. And it begs to wonder how many other emails are out here. Because apparently there's some, from what I read, like over 120,000 other emails that are out here amongst in NFL, teams. So it's kind of like we see what John Gruden did here. I want to know what Jerry Jones emails are looking like, because if this is what John Gruden is saying. Also, back to the privilege thing here. You sent this on company letterhead. If that does not speak to how privileged you are, I'm gonna say the most outlandish shit ever on company letterhead. You shouldn't be saying this shit anyways. Like, you should not be saying any of that. But at least don't do it on company letterhead.
This man did it on company letterhead. He also sent it on his company's email address. No, not his personal email address. Your man was using the server from the Washington Football League. Now, if you guys don't know, there was an investigation on the Washington football team years back because there were, quotes, issues of toxic environment. And there were over 600,000 emails that they went through. And they so happened to, somebody so happened to leak one email to the New York Times, to the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Journal or whatever have you, and was like, hey man, we got John Gruden out here saying a racial trope of DeMaurice Smith. And mind you, I thought it was so funny that your man's decided to talk about DeMaurice big lips. That's what we're talking about now, bro. How old of a trope is that? That's why it's so funny to me. I was like, bro, you still own big lips? He
That's
said
all you got.
He said it looked like Michelin tires. I was like, bro, is that what we're doing? We're still on that?
That wasn't even it. Go back. My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because it's one of those things, like what you were saying, like we're really stuck on that. It's like, if you're going to be racist, at least pick a term or pick something that's of today.
My man, that's what we're on. And then, mind you, nobody's talking about the fact that he was talking. The thread is with a number of VPs of Hooters, the co-founder of Hooters, a number of other Florida-based companies, VPs or whatnot, and no one's talking about this, but they were also passing along topless photos of the cheerleaders.
I didn't know that part.
Yes. No,
What?
There was only a few news outlets, sports outlets that actually mentioned this, but yes, they were going back and forth, passing around and talking about topless cheerleaders pictures that they were posting. Like, at this point, I have no idea. But these are, I feel like there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. A lot of people are just like, so you're telling me out of all of these emails, John Gruden is the person that we're pinpointing? Granted, John Gruden to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah.
Because I never really liked John Gruden. Over the years as he was on Monday Night Football. I was just like, I really don't like how he's talking. It's really,
he talks like he's got peanut butter in his mouth.
yeah, it's not. He's not my favorite guy to listen to or whatnot, but he was the face of the network or whatever. I don't really watch football like that enough to really like this man. And then to find out his apology statement. I don't know if you guys could see this, but for those that are listening in, he said, I have resigned as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I love the Raiders and do not want to be a distraction. Thank you to all the players, coaches, staff, and fans of Raider Nation. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone.
Lies.
You never meant to hurt anyone. The thread says otherwise, buddy.
For real, buddy. And it was just like he loaded up the clip on everyone. He was, I'm not just gonna stop at black folks, like women, gay people, everyone. Like you're all getting it. He's like, I hate everyone.
It felt like, first of all, for those that haven't read the New York Times article, kudos to you for not paying that money to join their membership.
Oh my God, I hate that shit.
But
every time.
But also, like, pay these artists their money. They doing the due diligence. These are creatives that are out here getting paid pennies, nickels, and all that stuff just to go through, dig in the depths of hell to find this information, this investigation. But granted, somebody literally was like, here, buddy, I'm going to dangle this little carrot right here. Send this to you right quick. Can you write this story real quick? Because we want Gruden gone. But the fact that New York Times is like, hey, my man, you can't really read this unless
man, I hate that shit. It's always like on Facebook. You're like, oh, it's a great article. Click this. By the way, you've reached your four articles this month. Pay this $5.99. I was like, I don't subscribe to y'all that much. I just want this article, nothing else.
He was like, well, you're gonna miss the goods, my buddy.
Right. They force you, like, legit. It's so irritating. I have to go to like 5 other news sources. I'm like, it's right here.
It's a little irritating, but the fact that the article did not hide or stray away from any of the vulgar information whatsoever. There was no asterisk marks. They
didn't block out nothing.
They were letting all the words fly. I was like,
oh, they put the P word in here? I was like, we need you to know what he said.
No, they put the F word in that motherfucker. I
was like, God dang. I was like, what did you not say? I was like, everything that you're not supposed to say, he said it.
Man, you know what he did? He had a checklist in his on his, and he was like, let me make sure Native Americans, blacks.
He's like, oh wait, got the gays. It's like, and you know what? He you know what's crazy? One of the dudes that he was in emails with for the Washington football team has quit. Yeah. He quit. He was like, I'm gonna get ahead of this before the emails drop. I'm just gonna go ahead and resign. And you know, it took the Washington football team how long to change their name? So you know, Dan Snyder, his emails is some niggas in them emails.
But also, it took them forever just to change their name to the Washington team. Like, come on, bro.
Name, by the way.
Of all names, you could have picked any inanimate object
that would have been better than the football team.
And these niggas decided to go with the Washington's
football team.
God,
I could think of like 5, the DC Marauders. You could call them the DC Generals, the Washington Knights. There's so many names that you could have.
There's so many great names that they could have went with, and they chose the Washington team. But to me, I feel like from listening to everybody's perspective and just everybody just ripping and running, I'm just ready for the real meat of the story. Because I feel like it's just simmering. I feel like John Gruden is just the tip of the iceberg and we're just simmering right now. We just got the seasoning. We're just waiting to really get the dish the entree, if you will.
You know what? I forgot a couple other things he said. He was mad at parents for not wanting their kids to play football when the NFL was talking about CTE and all that stuff. Oh, he was so mad at parents not wanting their kids to play. What else did he say? He was mad at players for kneeling. It's a lot. You know, it's crazy. One of his players, the first openly gay player on an NFL team, what's his name? Larry Nassib or whatever.
Nassib.
Yeah, he ended up asking for, you know, some personal day, which he should. Because imagine, you know, the coach person who's supposed to guide you, somebody you look up to, like, I ride hard for this dude, and he don't like gay people, so he doesn't like you. You know, if this is how he felt about Michael Sams or whatever, how does he feel about me? Also,
he don't care.
Because, you know, the Raiders had a black punter for a very long time, and I was like, I was shocked when I saw that they had a black punter. I was like, oh shit, who is this nigga? And because he was out there fly as fuck, nigga was wearing chains. He could kick the ball far as fuck too. The nigga was just out here just beasting. And John Gruden got rid of him because he said it was a personality thing, which we all know what it was. You didn't like what was his name? Markel Smith. You didn't like Markel because I think I might pronounce his name wrong, but you didn't like this brother because he was out here flashy as hell. He was out here actually doing his job, the best punter that they have had in a very long time. A lot of people were surprised when they let him go, and now we know why he let him go.
I'm just ready for everybody to just stop.
Marquette King, that's his name. My bad.
Yeah. Eradicate all these old heads that literally are stuck in this antiquated olden times, medieval times, where
all of them.
It's just I feel like this is the main reason why I despise watching football outside of the obvious. But
niggas' brains being scattered around their head.
Outside of the obvious, but it's giving slave plantation mentality on umpteenth level. Like, I never liked the fact that we have a combine where they are literally watching niggas perform, literally measuring body length and seeing how long they can jump and move. And I don't like that image. It brings me back to that time of being on the chopping block, the auction block, if you will. It, like, I don't like that. So
I can see the correlation there. The only difference with that though is, and I wholeheartedly, it's just that there's white players in there too. So that's the only some. But no, I wholeheartedly I get you, and best believe there's more emails. If folks are thinking it just stops at John Gruden,
this ain't over.
Literally not, because if I remember correctly, a majority of these owners were upset when players were taking a knee. So you know that a lot of them feel the exact same way John does.
Of course, I'm just ready. I'm just ready for. It's just a slow rollout, and I'm just ready for it to already happen already. I think that's just what it comes down to.
For real. I'm glad he was fired. I hope some other people get fired too. You know, peace out.
Agreed. I'm glad he's fired, just for the fact that this man had the most absorbent, like, I don't know if I'm saying this right. This word, absorbent. Listen, I'm saying this.
You had a little wine. You had a little bit of wine.
But your man had the most ridiculous contract alive.
$100 million.
He out here sitting with $100 million for a 10-year contract. Come on now, we not about to. Blow past that. Come on now.
I still wonder if they give him all that money though. I wonder if that's one of them guaranteed things.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to go to court and try to negotiate what is guaranteed and what his buyout is. But other than that, we all know John Gruden is done with national football.
Yeah.
But to me, I saw somebody bring up this question whether or not he's going to coach for somebody else. Not obviously, I think national, like the league, National Football League, he's not going to coach. But will there be a team, a high school, a college, or a Christian, or somewhere that run along, coincides with his beliefs and stuff, and try to give him some money to coach along the line.
There's a lot of colleges out here that don't like niggas, don't like gay people, don't like women. So yeah, there might be someone that takes a chance on him. I feel like he's probably done in the NFL, but we have seen people who have murdered people.
Of
We have
course.
seen niggas who have beat their wives. We have seen a lot of fucked up shit in the NFL where players are still playing. So I mean, I if anything, I would say we might see him resurface in like 3 to 4 years. Once it's like, okay, that was a
Kind of
long
early.
time.
You saying 3 to 4?
I feel like 3 to 4 because our memory span is so short, especially with like football. They've already proven how racist they can be.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's going to be someone, John, just give us some time. It's going to blow over. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be like one of those road to redemptions. They're going to have Tony Dungy, you know, like because Tony Dungy's always the person that they call when someone fucks up.
Tony
Dungy
Dungy is the most nicest, spiritual, Christian-based nigga I've ever met, who will forgive and forget as long as they repent. Ass nigga I've ever seen. Oh,
remember when he talked to Michael Vick? It was like, okay, Tony gonna get Mike right. Then who was the dude in the elevator? Ray Rice. Tony gonna get him right. It's like Tony is always who they call. He is like what's old girl from Scandal? Tony is
what's her name?
Kerry Washington. Tony is the Kerry Washington of the NFL. Whenever some shit goes down, they call Tony.
Olivia
he shows
Pope.
up, and he's the Olivia Pope of the NFL. He shows up, and shit just goes away. It's like, call Tony. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
God,
he's gonna call Tony, and done. He gonna be up in he gonna be in here coaching again.
Good luck, nigga.
Peace out.
For real.
So Gruden, hope your racist. I hope you stub your toe every fucking night. And I want the worst shit to happen to him. I want to die. I don't want to die or nothing. But you know, I want him to stub his toe repeatedly, baby toe. You know,
I just want him. You know what I want? I want him to hear that email of him talking about Steve Smith over and over in his ear.
It's just like how big are your balls, man? It's just like you know what you can do on company letterhead. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm sure you got an email that was like, all these things, you know, HR sends out a packet. You can't do none of these things. And John was like, oh, but I can.
He went with that packet and was like, get the fuck up.
Yo, did you read the packet? Nah. I read the front of it, you know.
Oh, you mean the packet that fine ass, big titty ass woman gave me?
Yeah, exactly. That one. He was like, it wasn't no titties in there.
God.
Oh, yo, I think that's a good point to get into this second ad.
God. Hey, y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy, everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
This is a funny one. I didn't really know what to think of this one. So for those of you that are listening, we're about to play a video of a white man that goes off about seeing Meek's artwork on the side of a bus in Philly.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you want to be respected in life? This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed? Stand up to this bullshit. I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. This is fucking disgusting bullshit. Look at this lady. Look at this. This is on the side of a bus where little girls can pull up and see this shit. That's her fucking pussy. Let's not mistake what this pink dot is. This is disgusting. This is satanic bullshit. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of... Look at this shit that you're getting on. This is for everyone.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
So, Adrian, you being the resident black woman of the pod, how do you feel?
I feel like he needs to chill. First off, take a breath, pull it back a little bit. It's a painting. It'd be different if it was an actual person. It's a painting. It doesn't bother me. It's kind of weird that he did put a pink pussy on that. That's funny as hell on a bus. That's funny.
Yeah, pink circle at that. He was just like,
yeah, that's pretty funny to me. But also, like, be easy. Like, this was also okayed by a lot of people that didn't have an issue with it. Yes, I understand about the exploitation of black women in general, and especially in the hip hop rap culture. Yes, there's a problem. We need to fix that. I feel like we're getting better at that as a culture. We're trying to move away from degrading all that stuff. Women, black women especially. I think we're doing a better job at that, but this is also a painting. Georgia O'Keeffe,
black woman.
Flowers. That wasn't a black woman. Georgia O'Keeffe is a black woman.
That made the painting?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Nina Chanel Abney is the black woman that did.
Who is Georgia O'Keeffe?
Georgia O'Keeffe is, she is a painter, an artist that has images of flowers that depict women's vagina.
Oh.
Posted, plastered everywhere in museums for people to take notice of, and yet there isn't outrage about that. I was using that as an example, but the artist that actually did the painting is a black woman. And first of all, it's called Expensive Pain. The album is called Expensive Pain because I feel like he probably paid a penny.
I mean, she's a phenomenal artist. She's a lot of abstract work. She was on with the New Yorker because she did the cover of that. I agree with you. It's art. Like it's no different than Kanye with the Dark Twisted Fantasy album cover. The one thing to my man, this pink dot here, you know what's up, pussy. To that guy, or to his point, okay, maybe they could have put a little X, a black X like Kanye did on his album cover. But at the same token, when little girls see this shit, little girls aren't sexualizing paintings.
Yeah.
Like most children are not going to see this, but that's a pussy. They're not thinking about that. These are adults. Unless you have put your children in these adult situations where they know what these body parts are, they're not thinking about this. They might, it's colorful. And it's also like the album is called Expensive Pain. If we're looking at the art that it's in here, strippers, expensive, motorcycles, expensive. It's literally talking. I mean, it speaks for itself. It's art. And like what you said, people go to art museums. You pay money to go to these museums. You will buy art in your homes and don't bat an eye at someone being naked. Like you will take your kids to Rome, to Italy, all these places with statues of David who are butt ass naked. Like there are literally Roman statues of women with their titties out, and no one says anything. You know, it's
I
crazy.
also feel like we need to get, especially this is an American thing.
It definitely is.
Thinking about body parts and sexualizing it in general. If you go outside of America, people are naked all the time because guess what? That's just
it's a body.
What we have. It's a body.
Right.
It's different if you're doing stuff to the body.
Right.
But if you're walking around with your titties out, guess what? It's just titties out. It's just
Literally.
titties.
Everybody got titties.
Yeah, that's just what it is. If you're walking around with your pussy being flown here and there, dick slanging, it's just a body part.
Right.
It's a genital. Not until you actually decide to use it for a reason, then it's sexualized. Other than that, it's just on a picture, and it's a painting. It's not even a real pussy. It's not even a real.
Literally,
those aren't real titties. Buddy, why are you getting upset about that? It's over disgusting. Oh my God.
Yeah, that stupid ass woman in the background. You know what? One thing I think Meek should do, Meek should put him on his next album because he was loud as fuck. I was like, you are taking over where Meek takes off with these loud ass albums. It's just
he's from Philly, so
this is very true. Like, don't we have other things to be upset about? Like, I mean, this is just not this really shows how hypocritical we are about a lot of stuff, because I guarantee that white dude was watching the Whyte video. He watched it several times and didn't, oh my God, this is disgusting. Black women, Cardi B and Mega shaking their ass. He did not say any of that.
He ain't say none of that when he was too busy up in his room watching Ebony porn either. So
you know he had a couple black tails. He looks kind of old. He had a couple of them magazines back in the day.
And he's from Philly. Come on now. He's definitely going Philadelphians.
He has definitely bought a cheesesteak for a couple of sisters. He looks like the type. And also people are blaming Meek as if Meek is in charge of rapping these buses. And I can say this from my experience as an intern in college. I interned Universal Music Group and Def Jam. The artist does not have control over the marketing of that stuff. Literally, the label, they decide how the billboards go up, where the posters go. The label does all of this. This is not like, oh my God, Meek. Like, come on, man.
It's a team of people.
Need to chill out.
Yeah, it's a team of people that say, it's a go for the buses, it's a go for whatever have you. Let's do street signs, let's do this, let's do that. Plaster his album everywhere.
And also, if we're gonna talk about this album cover, there's been a lot of covers over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we're going to be hypocritical about this cover, then we got to go back to the 70s where they had women. Who was it? What's that group? Ohio Players. They had a woman on the album cover dipped in honey, just butt ass naked. So it's like, come on now, like people just want to complain about every goddamn thing. And I bet you just didn't even listen to the album. I bet you didn't even listen to the album.
It's for so-called Philadelphian.
Did you listen to the album?
I listened to about half of the album. I need to listen to the rest of it.
What'd you think?
Not bad.
It actually was. It was good. It was surprisingly. I'm shocked that not a lot of people are talking about it. But as far as albums,
like 30 songs on that bitch.
Yeah, it was a little lengthy. He's trying to keep up with Drake and Kanye with these lengthy ass albums.
But you can't do all that when all you're doing is yelling.
Hold on, wait. Literally, like I knew when I was like, let me just go ahead and turn this volume down. I already knew what was gonna happen.
Fuck my ears up anymore.
You will blow your speakers listening to. What was that first song he put out? I was like, who is this nigga yelling? I was like, I feel bad for the studio engineers. They be like, I can't wear no headphones.
Well, not anymore, because now they know who Meek is. They like, let me turn this down
all the way down. I mean,
we're ready for you, Meek.
Spit that shit. I mean, you know what? Just stop it, people. And my other thing with this is, white man, shut your ass up. Go be worried about what the fuck these Karens are out here doing.
Black women, really? Black women? Black women. Is this what you're proud about? Is this what you're going with? Black women.
And I was like, bro, like, why are you worried about what black women are, what they go through? Worry about the ones who are out here oppressing black women, the Karen.
Yeah, I would have been like,
in your
hey, I'm a
community.
black woman. Are you proud of this? It's
Yes.
not bad, actually. Yeah.
You should be like, that was me right there, posing like that little pinks, that's me. You know?
Right. You want to see? Look out of here.
That is actual representation of my pussy here, sir.
Right.
Like I just don't understand it. And I was like, this is the shit that goes viral. And it's a bunch of dumbass white, the blacks don't care about themselves. And I was like, this is just stupid.
I also just want to be like, I want to find something that's really associated with white people and be like, white people, really?
That's
really?
easy. That's easy. Watch any of these tasty videos that they be making. They be putting like fucking popcorn and potato salad. They just be doing the dumbest shit ever. Putting cheese, like government cheese and lasagna. It's all types of nasty food videos that white people be doing. So it's tons of stuff. What was the one with the white woman who made nachos on the counter?
Yeah.
Like, white man, this is how you feel about the white women to be cooking for you? How do you feel eating this bland food, white man? Like, it's just. Also, I want to know, like, if you're walking down the street and you hear him ranting, it's just like, what is this dude doing?
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Like,
and walk on by.
I've never wanted to go viral, but I don't want to go viral for some shit like that. Like, that's got to be one that's up there. Just shut up, bro. Just shut up. Just shut your mouth.
Yeah. Ugh. Keep it moving. He's only gonna get 15 minutes because ain't nobody paying attention to him. So
10, if that. But hey, aren't you the guy that went off on the bus on the internet?
No one's gonna remember that. But
Not at
okay.
all. Not at all. Meek is out here like, buddy, I'm making millions and just
expensive pain, buddy.
Exactly. Charge to the game, sir. Charge it to the game. Let's get to this final ad and then the final topic.
Wait, what about
Oh, you're right. You are absolutely correct. I'm jumping the gun. We got to get to y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all know, for those of y'all who are maybe people who first time tuners in, listeners, we like to do a segment we call "You Niggas Are Tripping." Y'all niggas tripping because let's be real, a lot of people on the timeline be out here tripping. So
yeah. I want to start with mine because it's a lot going on with this. It's
you got.
So top of the show, I did say that I did a quick stint to New York.
Oh yeah.
I decided to do the touristy thing and go to Times Square, walk and see all of the billboards, the posters, all of the hoopla, the random people in random costumes asking if you want to take a picture and dance. I went to the Krispy Kreme down there at the Times Square where the light is literally always on because they're making fresh Krispy Kreme donuts all the fucking time. Yeah, it was like melted in my mouth as soon as I
told
put
you.
it in.
How many did you eat? How much you knock back?
I had a half of one.
What?
I was just like,
half of one or half a box?
No, a half of one.
Okay, because I'd have like half the box. You know where I'm going. One of the highlights on. So.
Which is fine. I had a half of one with a coffee. But I decided, I was walking the street and I decided to, I'm looking at all these people, these street artists, and they were doing a lot of caricatures. Now, as an artist, I've done portraits of myself.
Okay.
A number of different versions of myself, but I've never did a caricature, nor have I ever gotten a caricature done of me. So I pull over to the side because I'm that person. I don't stop in the middle of the sidewalk. I go to the side.
Smart. Won't get
I go
trampled
to the
on.
side and let people walk. Then I go, I would like to get a caricature done of me. So I go to the young lady. She wasn't a young lady, but I'm going to give her that. And I say, how much? She goes, $20. And I was like, oh, not bad at all. I'll do $20.
I got it.
How long does it take? She was like, 5 minutes or so. I was like, I got 5 minutes or so. Okay. So
that were so.
Yeah, really threw me off. Really, right. So I sit down. She direct me and sit down on the chair, and she's staring at me. She's like, "Look at me," and I'm like, "All right, okay, I'm gonna look at you." So she spent her 5 minutes doing what she's doing. People walking around looking like, yeah. Okay, all right, okay. And then a guy looked at me and was like, "Looking good."
He was lying.
Looking good. And then she taps her friend, her colleague, and goes, hey, I'm gonna need your help. So he comes over, they switch seats, and he goes in and he's like, look at me. And he does his thing. He's like, smile for me, big smile. I was like, oh, okay, he's trying to get my teeth. Okay, I got a big ass mouth. Let me do all that. He does that for 2 minutes. This black woman was like, girl, you look good. I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting excited. So come down to it, he's done. He step away and he just walks away. He walks away. And she comes back and she was like, you ready? It looks so good.
Yo.
He asked me to smile. There's no teeth showing. I don't know if you guys, ladies and gentlemen, that are listening in, this image looks nothing like me. I posted this on Instagram as well as Facebook. People are saying that it looks like Little Kim. I've gotten Tamala Mann. I've gotten Janet Jackson.
Tamala, yeah.
The point is, they have me with a microphone, with the microphone stand, got my braids right, but they have me in this corset, like, I don't know what this is, olden times outfit with boobs. That's the number one problem that I first noticed. I was like, oh, you saw that? I don't know.
He was using his imagination.
Yeah, the image, I was like, what? Who are you looking at this point? Which
I'm wondering that same thing.
Which really furthers my point. I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to send us off. You got all these images and pictures posted, plastered on boards saying, oh my God, you want a caricature? This is what I've done. This is what we do. You straight out lied to me. I literally I could have just threw my $20 in the air and threw it away.
Pretty much.
and would have got the same result. And then the woman looked at me and was like, would you like it framed? Would you like it framed? I was like, framed?
That'd be another $30.
She was like, $20 more. I was like, nah. She was like, you got 10? I was like, see?
Oh, it was a hustle. It was a hustle. You know, they was
the hustle is real. First of all, ain't no way you expect me to believe it took you 5 minutes or more or so to do that.
You know what they did? Because I'm looking at this picture, right? And I know you said you walked up, saw these pictures up here. They didn't draw those pictures. They had some other artist drew those, and they the niggas out here. You know what it is? Because it looks like they already had the body drawn and the background, and they just put your head on here, or they put little Kim's head on here. That's what that looks like. You know, when old girl was like, hold on, I gotta call my friend in here. That is the equivalent of a barber calling another barber in to look at your head. And it's like, oh, bro, I think I fucked this nigga's line up. Can you correct it? That's what happened to you.
I saw glimpses of her fucking up, but I didn't want to believe it because people around me was walking past and was like, girl, you look good.
They was lying to you. They was in on it. They was literally in on it. It was like, I'm going to pay you to walk by and tell people they look good when they don't. That's what that shit was. That's easily what it was.
Scammers be scamming, okay?
We really do. This is just like, I'm looking at this picture and I'm just like, they really do have you looking like Lil Kim and Janet. They really do. You don't even have a mole on your face. I'm looking at this like,
Yeah.
you got them like, wait a minute.
I don't
just noticed the
have
mole.
dimple. I don't have dimples. I do got a little ass mole right here, but you can't see it unless you all up in my face. And they were not up in my face. I don't have dimples. I don't have a little nose. Like, to me, I feel like a caricature is for you to exaggerate the features. So one of my friends was like, so they're just not gonna give you a big forehead?
Yeah, they did what they wanted to do. This was like, I'm getting this 20 regardless. So
I
you're gonna take it
mean,
anyways.
yeah. I just wanted photographic proof of the bullshit that I paid for, and then I literally crumpled it up.
I was about to ask you, what did you do with that picture? Where is it at?
It's in New York, Times Square, thrown away in the garbage.
You know what it was? She was packing up her shit late at night, and she's like, "God damn, this is my first painting of the day." She just saw that shit blow by her.
It was
like a tumbleweed.
It was tragic. Excuse me, because I also took that picture right next to her, and I crumpled it up in her face.
Like, I'm the artist. Tag me on Facebook. Like, yo. Yeah,
so that's my you niggas is tripping.
That's definitely a you niggas is tripping. My you niggas is tripping is not your typical you niggas is tripping, because I didn't think this was gonna be a nigga. Like, I did not think that this was going to be a brother.
I wasn't either.
Florida veterinarian was been sentenced to 22 years, sexually abusing dogs. Not just dogs though. He had kitty porn on his computer as well.
Like,
he's a sick individual.
Like cat porn, or
no,
like,
not kitty. Kitty.
Oh.
Yeah. He was on the dark web. I don't even know how you get to the dark web, nor do I want to know, because I don't be on the dark web. But
what if you like? I was just about to say random, but what if you just be like, how do you get to the dark? Like, how do you? Your computer get flagged on the quick slide. I was just curious.
Right, for real. It's like, I was just searching. It was like, oh, you on the list? The FBI gonna be at your house tomorrow. Like, what's your computer, dog? But he got caught because he was uploading videos of him having sex with dogs. And it's just like, bro, you ain't got to do this to the puppies, man. There's willing and able, adults that want to have sex. And he's a good-looking brother too. That's the other thing. I was like, so you telling me you couldn't find no one out here of legal age that would want to sleep with you? You just out here abusing the dogs. And how I would be very upset. I gotta take my dog to the vet, and I'm like, yo, Buster, why you ain't chasing the balls? Why you ain't, eating your bone after you done left the vet? And
I put
Buster
the picture.
can't tell you.
Yeah, I put the picture back up because there's an image of two puppies that he's holding, and them puppies look like, help me.
Man, this nigga took the thermometer test on the dogs too seriously.
Oh, God.
Yo, this nigga was doing more than taking temperatures. It's like, bro, like the Pomeranians, I feel bad for him. Like, this is just, you're a sick dude, bro. And it's like, what are they gonna do to you in jail? Because you know how they treat dudes that mess with women, or you're a pedophile. So what do they do to niggas who are abusing puppies? And it's like, when you go to jail, right? You go to prison. I've never been there, but I'm sure when you have that conversation with you, like, what you in for? If you're this nigga, what do you tell them?
I used to be a doctor and I fucked puppies.
So you going in with full honesty right out the gate?
At this point, I feel like I should be like, can I request isolation?
Oh, you know they're not isolating that nigga. He's General Pop. You gotta lie though. You gotta lie. What you in for, nigga? I killed 15 people. I might kill you. You fuck with me. Like,
yeah, but the CEOs out here telling people what happened too.
I'm like, man, you can't trust them CEOs. You can't trust no cops. It's like, I would be in there deflected. Like, I'm choosing every other crime but that one. And it's just like, when I heard about the story, this is white dude. This is a white dude. And then when I saw the picture, I was like, damn. I was like, we are down bad, sir. Like you have set us back.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't expecting that.
Not at all. Because all the stories that you hear about stuff like this is always like some white dude with a horse or a goat. It's never a brother. It is never us.
But he's also a Florida man. So
this is also true. We should have known because it's Florida. Now when people drop their dogs off at the vets, they ain't leaving. Like, you ain't taking my dog back there. Like, I need to know everything that's going on because he can't speak up for himself. So it's like
dogs looking like
man, like I don't even want. What kind of therapy you gotta do for a dog after that? Like you find out your dog don't want to chase. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to play fetch no more. He don't want to eat his food because he's been violated. Like it's just nasty, bro. Like.
Prayers to all the animals that was affected for sure.
For real, man. On that note, we're gonna go to this ad for the final topic.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that because let's be real. A lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I got to tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast. And because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
The final topic. A TikToker was fat shamed by a homeless man giving him fast food. One of those stories, people like to do good deeds, and this TikToker, y'all pull up this gentleman's name. He went to a McDonald's. He was going there just to get a coffee. Stuart Jeffrey, and he said he walked in. A homeless man was like, "Hey, can you give me some food, or can I have some change?" I was like, "I don't have any change. I'll buy you a meal." Homeless man said, "Okay, cool. Can I get a coffee, 2 creams, and a Big Mac?" Sure. Reasonable ask. I'm gonna hook you up, brother.
Okay.
Stuart comes out, gives the man, his food and everything. Then he proceeds to tell Stuart, in the future, you should think about better health options. He was basically, he fat shamed him, and it brings up, he posts on his, his social media, kind of asking other people, has a homeless person ever roasted you? So Boogie, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever, performed a good deed and a homeless person didn't like it?
I mean, I haven't done I've done good deeds like help, give money, and just like put a homeless person on the train here and there. But I've also walked past homeless people and they just like blurted out some shit that I was like, God damn, what did I do? You didn't even ask me anything. Like,
Nor did I ask you anything.
The boldness of somebody was like, somebody asked me, it was a homeless person that asked me, "Excuse me, do you know the direction?" I'm like, "I am so sorry. I literally was like, I am so sorry. I'm not from here. I don't know I don't know where I'm at. I'm directionally challenged." And she was just like, "I fuck you, bitch. That's why your hair is trash and you need." She went all in. I was like, whoa. I was like,
Yeah,
avoid
fuck, you ain't got no compass. How you don't know your directions?
I was like, avoid immediately. Keep walking. Let's keep going. It was so disrespectful. And I was just like, all right, word to the wise. Walk away from these hoes. Like,
yeah. It was crazy. You know the one. Sometimes like, when you make eye contact, it's like fuck. It's like I know this is about to end bad. Like I know it's about to end bad. What's crazy is I was going through some people that responded to him, and one girl said she gave a homeless man $20. He thanked her and said, "Don't worry, not all men like skinny women." And I'm just like,
whoa.
like what was the point? Like I would take my $20 back. Like okay. Well, since not all men like skinny women, you don't like this $20. Like, give me this back. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I've given I do give, you know, I tell a joke about this. I give a lot because of my mom, you know, a lot of black moms, you know, all homeless people are angels. They're Jesus. You never know when that blessing can come. So I give. And there was one time I was outside Detroit. I was in Detroit actually, and we were outside of a Coney Island spot. And you know, I was like, "Oh man, can you get me some coffee? You know, I'm hungry." And I was like, "Okay, coffee not gonna really, you know, take away the hunger." So I was like, "I'll get you the coffee, you know, 2 conies or whatever." Gave him the food. Like, I didn't ask for these motherfucking conies. I asked for the goddamn coffee. And he threw the hot dogs at me. And I was like, bruh. I was like, one, you know, I love coney. You didn't like them. You could just gave them to me. I would have ate them, bruh. But then you threw them at me. I'm like, it's chili and onions all over the street. I'm like, bro, like, what if there's other homeless people that would have ate this shit? Like,
I also don't like when they get real specific on their requests. Like somebody asked me,
no pickles.
I was on a train. I was waiting on the train platform. I was waiting on the platform on the at a station. A homeless person came up to me and was like, "Excuse me, my queen. Excuse me, queen. Can I use your cell phone so I can call my cousin real quick because I wasn't able to. I missed my bus and now I'm here waiting on this train, and I'm gonna be late for my appointment." And I was like, "Yeah, no."
That's the quickest no ever. Like, you're not getting my phone, player. Like, I'll put it on speakerphone. I'll hold it. You can talk to your cousin, but
that ain't happening. But also, like, I always question myself. I'm like, where is it? Am I giving off this aura of like?
You're approachable. You're just very approachable.
But that's why I try to give the mean, like bitch face, the always, I try to always resting bitch face, yep. RBF face. I try to do that, and for some reason,
it don't work.
People especially feel that, and I don't give a fuck what you looking like. Can you please? I'm like, what the hell?
This ain't their first rodeo. They have gotten to master level of getting past resting bitch face. It's like, oh, this is entry level here. Like, I know what to do to get past this.
God.
And it's like, I don't want to come down to, because you're homeless, so you going through some stuff. I don't want to come down on it. But it's like, damn, brother. Like, people out here, you know, trying to give you a meal or whatever, trying to accommodate you a little bit. You just get mad at folks. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't be roasting people. Like, because you know what's gonna happen? It's some niggas out here that will roast your ass back, and they have no problems doing it. It's like, hey, my man, you ain't got no house. How are you roasting me when you don't have a home? Like,
it was a few like real king of the homelessness people that would literally stand outside and just be roasting people.
Oh man,
in the middle of the night, and I never had the gall to really go back and forth with them because I also didn't know what level of homeless they were. Because I feel like no, because I feel like certain homeless people, they might get that, you know, inclined to really do something to you.
Oh yeah, they with the shits. There's a lot of them that ain't wrapped too tight. It's like they got nothing to lose.
They'll retaliate on the quicks. They might have a shiv. Yeah. They might have a shiv in their back pocket or their stringy drawers. You know what I'm saying?
it's a dude that used to hang outside of Zany's or whatever. A real nice dude, real. And I would always be like, bro, I don't have anything on me. But like I would always like give him some food or something. I was like, yo, when I come out, like after the show, like if I have anything, I'll give it to you or whatever. Real nice. You tell jokes. I used to tell jokes too. Want to hear one? I was like, I don't have the time to hear one of these jokes, sir. Here's your food. Have a good night. I was like, I do not. He even asked like, I want to come to a show, and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna let you in here, sir.
I also talked about like, ain't nobody got cash anymore. I'm sorry. What's your Venmo?
Buddy? And you know what? A lot of homeless people, they got smartphones now, so they will be quick. I got Cash App. You don't even need you don't need cash. Man, Square reader.
My friend Ben Noble, he has a funny joke about, hey man, I got a receipt from a homeless person. I already gave. I
gave to the dude down there.
Down there. So,
do you feel bad like when you like? Okay, it's gonna sound bad, but when I give to homeless people, I'll be giving to black homeless people. I don't really give a lot to the white ones because I'm like, you one phone call away from calling someone that can pull you up. Like you are literally a phone call away. Like how did you get here? So I give to more of the black homeless people. I feel bad like when I give to a white person and I see a black person, I'm like, damn, I should have gave it to you. Like I legit feel bad.
I also haven't had a lot of white homeless people come up to me and ask for money, but most of the homeless people that actually approach me are all black. So,
I get hit up by all of them. I don't see a lot of homeless women though. I know they exist, but I don't see a lot of the homeless ladies. Every so often I might see one. I'm like, damn, you down bad. Because if you a woman and you homeless, it's like, what is going on? There's a lot going on there. Because there's for a woman you could find a hoe out here that'll will let you rest under their roof and take care of you. You ain't even got to be putting out. They will literally let you stay for the thought process of possibly getting some. Ain't no homeless dude about to potentially be out here getting some from a lady. That's just not gonna happen. Like it is just not gonna happen that way. I also give to the homeless people that have really funny signs. Like I feel like if you took the time to find a marker, find cardboard, to take time to be humorous out of a really fucked up situation. You don't have a house, so you can still be humorous. I'm giving you some money. Like I am hooking you up. Like it was a sign that I saw from a lady, and she was like, "Give because you don't want this to be you." And I was like, "You are so right, ma'am. Like you can have this $10. Like I'm gonna bless you immensely because I do not want this to be me." You know, it's like. But I also want people to hit when it comes to this. Don't take it as I'm not going to give to homeless people because they might lash out. Don't be that person. Like if you were going to give from the goodness of your heart. Don't be that dickhead. I don't give because a homeless person's going to roast me. I'm like, so what? You going home to a house. They got bigger issues than you getting roasted by a homeless person.
You're going to get roasted regardless. So just give.
This is true. Like, I'm like, okay, buddy, that's okay. We roasted me, but I'm going home to heat. You know, it's like, you know. But anyways, I think this has concluded the final topic.
Agreed.
What is it, episode 46?
46.
46 is in the can, y'all. We are 3 away from 50. Shout out to the No Sleep Crew. We appreciate y'all for checking in. Again, like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. I've been checking the comments, and we appreciate all y'all that have been commenting with us on YouTube. The comments are definitely picking up. Please tell us what you like about the show. Tell us what you don't like about the show. Because you know what? We try to accommodate, but also we don't give a fuck. No, I'm just playing. We actually do.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We don't, but we do. We don't, but we do.
You do, but I don't.
Yeah, no, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. You know, I'm kind of past that point. But you know what? All the constructive comments, we read them. Sometimes we comment, and we appreciate y'all for all of the feedback. What you got for the good people, Boogie?
Like, subscribe as always. Hit that bell to get all the notifications of anything new and old. Please keep up. Tell a friend to tell a friend that this movement is real. Join the No Sleep crew and tell everybody that this is the late night podcast for you. Okay?
It's your favorite late night podcast. Number one. I think we was like number 2 last week, but now we're number 1 for late night shows. So, you know. We climbing up here in the rankings. Yesterday's price, not today's price. It's Fat Joe.
Whoa. What did he say exactly? What did he say?
He said yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, I thought you were going to play it.
I was, but it didn't hit.
Oh.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
I hit the button like 3 times. I was like, you're really fucking me up right now. You're supposed to be playing this.
Oh, God. This is the perfect time to
get the fuck on out of here. We appreciate y'all again for checking in. Again, thank y'all. I'm Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Grundy.
Another episode of Late Night.